So Naira Marley and Sam Larry did not die Mohbad. Good one, good one, good one, good one. Not that some of us actually felt like they did, but the young man wrote their names down and made several videos where he said that should anything happen to him, he should hold Naira Marley and Sam Larry accountable. And so that's why a few of us focused on the fact that, and even till tomorrow, I'll come back to this, let me not distract, even till tomorrow, should there be an actual killer named, the role that Sam Larry and Naira Marley played in Mohbad's life should not be erased. Let's not use the propaganda. We understand a lot of persons went to do propaganda to cover up a lot of things. Let's not also use another propaganda to attack that propaganda, leave this propaganda undone. We must unveil all the propagandas. But again, respect to VDM for all he has done. I've not watched all of the videos, but I've watched a few that has attracted comments and conversations. I've gone to check them out. But I wonder why VDM, without forensic tools and advantages, without even having the power to prone into a case and get the witnesses and suspects to be able to get them to answer him the way he wants. Just mere interview, putting it out there for people to see. He was able to find all of the links he found, and he's been surprised. And then I asked, why do we have the Nigerian police force? Why would a single individual be able to bring this much expose to a case that the police used several months, if not years, and couldn't even unravel anything? Why is it that, from all indication, Mohbad's wife has questions to answer? There was never a time it was alleged that she was questioned, she was arrested, or she was asked to bring. Was there a law protecting her? Was she covered by immunity? Why was Mohbad's wife not brought into this conversation as a prime suspect, so to speak? Because listening to watching the account of Mohbad's father, which again is a very disappointing, very responsible. As a father, I cannot walk into my son's house and meet that it was already that it was duvet or bedsheet that was already soaked with blood, that the guy was already dead, and then you just went to go and say you found a place. What was wrong with you even going to embalm him in your house? He said you tried to go to the mortuary, they said no, and then the police not getting extra. Then they see you choose to go and buy coffee to go and bury him. It shows that again, that there were too many vested interests around Mohbad. The record label was devilish. The wife has questions to answer, respect to her. Then the father was irresponsible. A lot of people were just not playing the roles around his life. Too many responsible people. One of the prayers you have to pray is that the people that matters in your life should not have other focus or other prayers apart from what you pray for. Because since there were too many persons waiting to feast, and the account of the fact that there was his lawyer and Ifas respecting the culture of those that practice that shows that he. So too many questions to have been asked. So it's worrisome that VDM could bring all of this out with just being an ordinary citizen than anything. Again, that's what. Then two, let's also forget, I will never take the lie that Sam Larry gave when he said Mohbad was owing him, that's why he came there. All of those things. So as we deal, I'm interested, genuinely interested, to say, okay, you people do not kill him, so we'll find the killer somewhere. But both of you played roles that were very questionable. The guy wrote your name down. I think it's Mohbad's last tweet. I saw it somewhere. I've not confirmed. Somebody wrote that the last tweet that Mohbad had that is still on his platform is that hold Naira Marley and Sam Larry accountable. For somebody to go to that extent, he wasn't manipulated to do that. The roles you guys played, and there were several evidence. So Sam Larry and Naira Marley, I say it here. My name is Mr. Common Sense. While we will not hold you accountable for the death of Mohbad, but you guys will forever, any agenda, any propaganda to try to bring these people back. Because one of the problems that VDM had in this case is that he had made boots and beat his chest to see what's going to get them back in the mainstream. That's never possible. That guy died. Unfortunately, you didn't kill him, but you bullied him to the point that he lost socio-economic, psychologically, mentally. The physical death of a being is not the day the person dies. Okay, the death of a person, not the day the person dies physically. It is actually so many things would have. And even if for example, he had the family in the label that was responsible, that were not bullying him as well, I'm sure whatever he was getting from the home front, he would have been able to survive it. But the guy was too young to go through all of that stress. Too young. And all of you were bullying him here and there. Naira Marley said he was, oh, leave all that bullshit. You don't have to physically available. Again, we are not contemplating whether you killed him or not. It's obvious now that there are links that we could trace. But did you bully him? Was the guy also not comfortable with your bullying? And till today, Sam Larry even had to lie in all of that video he made when he said that, no, if you both of you are going to come out straight and say what the problem you had with Mohbad, that's the only way you can be forgiven. I don't have a right to tell Nigerians, but Nigerians will not have a right to actually analyze the issues and say you can be forgiven or not.